Welcome back to the Global Landscapes Forum 2019 here in Luxembourg, where we're discussing sustainable finance and trying to find breakthroughs in finance. And this evening I have the pleasure of speaking with Cora van Oosten, who is a human geographer and has worked all over the world and is now with the GLF running training courses and capacity development. Thank you for joining us.
That's true. Thank you for inviting me, Jack.
You're welcome. I see you brought your trademark globe.
Yeah, I'm a geographer. I cannot work without having a globe at hand. Yes, for sure.
Yes, special. Always. Everyone sees the globe, they know Cora's
around.
They
first see the globe, and then they think, oh, Cora must be around.
Exactly. Cool. Okay, so tell me, why do you like landscapes?
I like landscapes. Look around, all you see is landscape. The word landscape itself, it's not an academic word. It's not like ecosystem, so it doesn't require academic knowledge. It's not political because it's not about territories. I think people recognize the word landscape. All languages in the world have a word for landscape. It's their home, it's their heart. You talk about people's landscape, you talk about them, about their places. So yeah, that's why I like it.
So what are the other aspects about landscapes that are important for you?
For me, I think it's the governance that's most important. Okay. Because it's the governance, it's the taking decisions. Who takes decisions? Who decides how a landscape looks? And if you're talking about my landscape, I want to be the one to decide. And I don't want any outsider to come in and tell me what should be done or even take decisions over investment without involving me. So I really believe that the governance, the interaction, the stakeholders, collaboration, the looking for solutions together in a legitimate manner, I think that's the most important thing in a landscape. So that's what I love to talk about.
Amazing. And so, but is it easy or difficult when it comes to like now talking about governance, for example?
It's easy and it's difficult at the same time. Landscape governance, the way I see it, is giving a voice to people to decide on their own places. But we all know, I mean, most landscapes in this world are heavily contested. I mean, everybody has claims, and I want this and I want that, and then that one, forest, agriculture, fishing, so many different things that are in conflict with each other, and space or place is restricted sometimes, it's contested. Mm. So it's the power struggles. It's too easy to say let's form a platform and dialogue and sort things out. It's really a political process of coming closer together, of giving and taking. Winning less but also losing less and coming to joint solutions. Then there's this other thing which is even harder. A lot of people tell me that once they find best solutions or best land use options, they run into the problem of conflicting policies. I have my multifunctional concession design, and then there's this Ministry of Forestry who says this, and the Ministry of Agriculture saying that, and you have policy clashes. So how to change institutions in such a manner that institutions start to work for landscapes instead of the other way around. I think that's a big challenge.
Yes, it is quite. And so, but what are some of the solutions, I guess, in terms of bridging this gap or finding ways of, I guess, governments working with communities or policies working with people on the ground to ensure that their land is protected?
Yeah. Well, to be honest, I travel a lot. I meet a lot of people in communities, and everywhere I'm amazed that people do find strategies to overcome these challenges. Mm-hmm. They're not always, sometimes they're confrontational strategies, sometimes they're very deliberate political strategies to get either stakeholders together or to create networks to influence policies. Simple things, farmers, breeding crops, developing their own seeds, bringing them to the market, sharing them with extension workers showing it to people at higher levels in their ministry, ministers falling in love with these new seeds and say, hey, this is probably a great solution, turning it into a policy or changing a policy. So in my experience, people are extremely clever in developing their own strategies to find solutions. Where sometimes they do fall short is in understanding how these governance structures, how they actually work, and how to find the right entry points, how to infiltrating the right networks. So there, I think the thing of capacities and local people's capacities to navigate through and to get their voices being heard. I think that's what did I say? Is that's not a solution, but it's a way towards a solution. Yeah.
Okay, so I know you do a lot of work with training and capacity building, and you work a lot with the youth. So tell me why it's important that we bring in the youth into the conversation when it comes to landscape restoration.
Yes, I like that question. I truly believe that people are capable, everybody, but very often people don't realize how capable they are. So when I work with people, I try to make them understand how capable they are and to recognize those capabilities and to help them to use those capabilities much more strategically. Like, okay, you know what you're doing, but actually if you do slightly more this or that, you can be twice as strategic as you're doing now. And I see that. I hear back from people that actually gives them a confidence to stand up more firmly, more stronger. And for example, with the youth is now massively represented in a conference on landscape finance. So yesterday we had a pre-conference training for youth. We organized that together with the youth and landscapes, and we helped the youth to understand the jargon and the specificness of this whole financial profession. Right. And actually at the end of the day they understood the difference between equities and bonds and transition bonds and green bonds, and I think we've capacitated them to ask questions and to be very critical. That's, I think, strategic.
Yes, very much so. And I know you get really excited working with young people and doing the trainings, but so why is it important that we include their voices when it comes to landscape restoration?
Simple, they're the future. They're the future. When we talk about landscape restoration in particular, I mean, the question is not how many billions of dollars do we need, but who is going to restore? Where are we going to restore? Who decides on the type of trees? And whose land are we restoring? Who pays? Who benefits? And I think those are fundamental questions that the youth has to consider from the onset. And let me give you an example. We started together with UNEP and Wageningen University to design this landscape academy. Okay. And that is a sort of an online curriculum that covers all the different aspects of landscape approaches. We still need a bit of funding to make it complete. Okay. But we started with landscape leadership, with landscape governance, landscape finance. We're now working on climate smart landscapes, on rights in landscapes, and we want actually we're quite ambitious. We want to build a whole new generation of professionals, of people who can say that, look, I'm a landscape professional and I've got the papers and I've got the skills to think beyond just one discipline. So to create a generation of more interdisciplinary thinkers, more holistic thinkers, more critical people who dare to stand up for their landscapes and to do better than we did. So yeah, we have this landscape academy. It's growing. We have 10,000 members now.
Wow. And anyone can join, even I can?
They're free.
Okay.
If you want to have the certificate, which is good for your CV, you pay a small amount.
Okay.
But if you don't want to pay, you can just follow it for free. Yeah. Have you followed one?
No, I haven't. No.
Go for it.
It's the first time I'm going to, really.
Go for it. It's so you can find it on the landscape, at the globallandscapesforum.org, and then under learning there's a landscape academy tab.
Okay.
If you click on there, you find a lot of open online courses developed by many partners, and you also find the ones that are designed by ourselves, and we have deliberately designed them because we did a proper training needs assessment, capacity needs assessment, and we're now following those. I mean, we fill the gap.
Wow, that's really cool.
It is.
It is cool, yes, and needed and important. Yes. And yes, in terms of, educating everyone and saving this planet, really.
Well, yeah, what I think, we can continue training professionals all the time, but why not educate people or the new professionals from the onset to be better professionals than the ones we currently have, including you and myself.
Right, exactly, that's okay, yeah. But you've been with Global Landscapes Forum, and we've been together in a few different countries. And what do you think we need to do, does GLF have to do more in order to combat, this whole climate crisis situation? Are we doing enough? Do we need to be doing more, or are we on the right track? What's your take on where we are as GLF?
I think we're on the right track because we are creating a movement, and we do that from the highest level. But I think we also have to realize that the movement has been created. It's there. Look at the thousands of people who join us online and offline. So I think we can go deeper. We can get more rooted in landscapes, decentralized, so to speak. We have created a movement, not alone, together with many. We are now with many. And I think it's getting time that we start working with those organizations who are on the ground, doing the thing, doing that already for many years, but to help them do even better. And I think we have to start walk the talk, and support those who walk the talk to work even better. So yes, decentralization, more involvement of local communities, young people, many more young people, more blended online and offline, and be more creative even. Although we are pretty creative. That's why I like to be part of it.
Me too. Exactly. Well, thank you so much. Is there anything else that you think is important that maybe I haven't asked you that is worth mentioning about the work you do? Or
I believe in the work we're doing, and I see it confirmed because the movement is growing, and it should grow much more. And so yeah, let's keep up the momentum. Let's make use of the momentum and go deeper and faster and better, but rooted in places, in real landscapes with real people, because they are the ones that matter.
Right. Exactly. Well, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate you being here. And good luck with the rest of our evening. A few hours left for the GLF. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Cora. Thank you.